What if I told you that your biggest dreams might actually be making you weaker? That the more you plan and visualize success, the less likely you are to achieve it. This sounds backwards, right? But it's a truth that ancient samurai warriors understood centuries ago. And it's the reason why so many of us struggle with laziness and procrastination today. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why waiting for motivation is sabotaging your life. Let me tell you about a young samurai named Yuki. This guy had it all figured out. He spent hours talking about his plans, reading stories of famous warriors, imagining himself winning great victories. He was going to master every weapon, learn advanced strategies, earn honor for his entire clan. His ambition, off the charts. His dreams, massive. But here's where it gets interesting. When it came time to actually train, Yuki always had an excuse. The weather wasn't right. He didn't feel well. He needed to plan more carefully before starting. Sound familiar? Years went by. And while Yuki's dreams got bigger and bigger, his skills stayed exactly the same. Meanwhile, younger warriors who simply showed up and trained every day surpassed him completely. And then, Yuki realized something devastating. His dreams hadn't lifted him higher. They'd made him weaker. His ambition without action had left him frustrated, unprepared, and drowning in regret. Now, here's what was really happening to Yuki, and what's probably happening to you right now. Yuki believed that having strong goals and clear ambition would naturally push him to act. But his identity as a dreamer created a gap between what he wanted and what he was willing to do. He found comfort in imagining his future instead of enduring the discomfort of daily practice. And here's the kicker. The more he spoke about his plans without acting, the more his brain rewarded him as if he'd already achieved something. Scientists today call this social reality. When you talk about your goals, your brain gets a hit of dopamine, the same chemical you'd get from actually accomplishing them. So your dreams literally become a trap, and your inaction becomes your downfall. The samurai understood this danger. Dreams without action quietly waste time, and time once lost can never be reclaimed. The larger your goals, the easier it is to feel overwhelmed, and the more likely you are to delay the small steps that actually matter. We tell ourselves that preparation is progress. But really, we're just drifting further from the work that actually matters. So how did the samurai break this cycle? Take Miyamoto Musashi, one of the greatest swordsmen in history. He didn't try to transform his life in a single moment of inspiration. Instead, he devoted himself to small, steady actions performed every day. He knew that greatness wasn't built in sudden bursts of energy, but through the quiet rhythm of repetition. The samurai became legendary not because of their dramatic battles, but because of their humble discipline in daily practice. They trained not when they felt ready, but because training was their way of life. Think about that. Waiting for motivation before beginning is like waiting for perfect weather before starting a journey. You might wait forever, while others willing to walk even in the rain reach their destination ahead of you. Here's the truth that most people get backwards. Motivation is not the spark that creates action. It's the flame that follows it. Action brings momentum, and momentum gives you the energy we mistake for inspiration. The people who achieve the most aren't the ones who feel inspired every day. They're the ones who act, even when they don't feel like it. The samurai had a specific teaching for this. Kaizen, the way of small improvements. They said, the mountain is climbed one step at a time, not by staring at its peak and wishing to be there. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a samurai student who feels too lazy to train, but he decides to practice just one sword form each morning. That's it. His friends laugh at him. They tell him it's useless, that such a tiny effort won't make a difference. But he continues anyway. Over time, the movement becomes automatic. His body grows stronger. His technique gets sharper. His discipline deepens. Months later, he realizes he's built a foundation that allows him to learn advanced skills with ease, while his friends who waited for motivation are still at the beginning, still planning, still waiting to feel ready. This is the power of the smallest step. It carries more weight than the grandest plan. Yagyu Munenori, another legendary samurai teacher, put it perfectly. The sword that waits for perfect conditions never leaves its sheath. If you wait for the right moment, you may wait forever. So what's really behind our need for motivation? Fear. We fear the discomfort of starting when we're tired. We fear the resistance of continuing when we lack energy. We fear that our efforts won't feel rewarding right away. But here's what discipline actually is. It's not about avoiding these feelings. It's about moving through them. True strength isn't the ability to act when conditions are perfect. It's the ability to act when conditions are not perfect. Preparation without practice is just disguised procrastination. Talking without doing creates the illusion of progress while leaving us completely unchanged. And waiting for motivation? That's nothing more than handing control of your future to your emotions. So here's the samurai way to break laziness. It's simple but profound. Begin with small daily actions, no matter how insignificant they seem. Do not wait to feel ready, because readiness is an illusion. Do not place your trust in emotion, because feelings are fleeting. Instead, place your trust in habits and commitments. They build the foundation of all achievement. The warriors said, "I am not controlled by my feelings. I am guided by my commitments." Strength doesn't mean saying, "I feel like doing this." Strength means saying, "I will do this, whether I feel like it or not." The power to act without waiting for motivation is the power to shape your life. Do one thing every single day. No excuses. Not perfect, not big, just done. Because small daily wins compound. So here's your challenge. For the next 30 days, commit to one action tied to your goal. Every single day. No breaks, no excuses. This is the modern samurai challenge. Remember, the mountain is climbed one step at a time. Take your first step today. If this inspired you, hit like and subscribe for more mindset lessons every week. Comment discipline if you're taking the 30-day challenge.